Good afternoon. My name is Victor Ortega. This is my media exposure project for my COM 130701 class, and my instructor is Kay Brian Smith. Introduction. I am a 19-year-old sophomore. I grew up and studied my whole life in Mexico up until college, which is why I'm here at UTRGV. So it's been kind of hard adapting to the new setting, but it's been fine. I'm comfortable, and I guess that's all that matters. Like any Gen Z kid, I grew up surrounded by media, consuming it every day, and just analyzing without any real thought behind it. But as I grew up, I actively seeked to, engage and understand media, which led me here to study mass comm. And during the third week of April, I picked specific mass messages I saw during the day to analyze and to go further for this presentation. And as you can see here, I have a picture of me in a Spider-Man costume to show that I'm very into media. And I'm a nerd, basically, which will come in handy later in the presentation. But let's begin with my first topic, which is a legacy dental TikTok. Now I found, in my TikTok page, this specific video, which, seemed like, any normal video, but, looking more into it, paying more attention, I could find that, oh, it's related to a local businesses. So it's a humoristic video on the daily lives of dental office workers and their patients. And, it serves to, connect the business to the clients. I believe that, some people are scared of the dentist, but through these videos, they can be more comfortable and a bit more engaged with, dental healthcare. So as I wrote here, it results in more engagement and their brand entering the public consciousness at the local level, which this is Bronzeville located businesses. And this video, came to me out of nowhere. So, I asked my friends and they told me, oh yeah, I like that TikTok. And then I visited, the Legacy Dental, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, which means, that through TikTok, they actually got clients. And to conclude, although it can pass off as in any other TikTok, the setting and the content of a video point to it being related to a brand or businesses, which could generate interest in those seeking the businesses services. And then I stated that yes, it is persuasive. And I also asked the TikTok page that if it's true that their clients rose thanks to the videos, and it's true. A lot of people go to the office and say, oh yeah, I saw you on TikTok, and then they ask for more information in detail. So I guess that's nice. My second topic is Gancitos, which in their official page, they describe them as an artificially flavored strawberry and cream filled cake with chocolate flavor coating. Now Gancitos originate in my home country of Mexico. They are part of the Marinela brand, which is a subsidiary of Bimbo, which is one of the biggest like food and snack companies in Mexico. Bimbo was actually founded in 1945, and then Marinela came later in 1954, and Gancitos came in 1956. So they've been like everywhere in Mexico since then. And in more recent times, like during 2017, I think, Mexican laws actually banned basically mascots appearing in food products. So that kind of, put a setback on the whole advertising campaigns of all the major food brands in Mexico, which I believe led to Gancitos pushing further into the American side of their business, which is why, in more recent years, I've been seeing a lot of more Gancitos at the front of the of stores, like in Walmart. I used to see them, like next to like the Little Debbie products, but now I see them like just like next to the cashiers. Now, like, wow, I didn't notice that. So, I connected those points, which led me, to include that. So, I think that, offering something that appeals to, the Hispanic population makes Marinela products appealing to a large array of the populace, but it also offers something new to Americans, being, a foreign cake with a very unique name, packaging. So I guess it acts as a very persuasive product. My third topic is a Librotea ad, which came from Milenio Noticias, which is part of the Multimedia, which is one of the big three news channels over there. But I guess Multimedios and Milenio can be described as the more independent of all those three. And it's a short 15-second commercial which says, buscábamos algo mejor con algoritmo para recomendar libros y le hemos encontrado personas, or in English, we search for something better than an algorithm to recommend books, and we found it, people. Now, I found this interesting because it focuses on, attacking algorithms, which is something that has been of relevance as of late because of social media, and all the content it spits out thanks to the algorithm. And I investigated a bit, and I found that most people that consume news in Mexico, and I guess it applies to all over the world, are older people, which I think it's weird because I think that they are not very familiar with the term algorithm and technology. They're not tech savvy in general, which is weird because this is an ad for an app. So yeah, I think it's a bit conflicting, like targeting an older demographic and tech. I don't think that lines up very well, at least in Mexico. And also it has a kind of boring narration because it's the same narrator as all the other commercials because Milenio only airs their own commercials. So yeah, so it's just like it all blends together thanks to the narration and the lacking visuals, just like a white and blue background and then letters, and that's it. So yeah, I found it boring, and it's like an interesting depiction of it, like books, they're pretty cool, and people are better than algorithm. So that's a nice contrast, but in the end, it doesn't do a really good job. Now, this is a bit weird. You might be asking, why is a 1950s presidential campaign here? Well, I'm taking history too. So through that class and seeing, the Cold War, I found, the I Like I campaign, and reading through the textbook, I found that it really was the first example of a modern presidential campaign, as it focused more on the candidate being Dwight Eisenhower and ignored his political affiliation and just focused more on the character rather than the party. The campaign consisted of a commercial and the slogan being "I like Ike," and I think I can say that his political campaign, I guess, workers really thought ahead because during the 1950s, 40% of American households now had access to TV thanks to the post World War II economic boom. So they really found a way to engage with the public in a new way. The radio was still there, newspapers too, but TV was this brand new invention that was possible thanks to all the rise in the economy, post depression economy. So yeah, so because of being the first of its kind, it served as the basis of what modern presidential campaigns will look like beyond the 50s. And for the first time, it proved to be an innovative and persuasive ad. And fun fact, the commercial was animated by Disney. So I think that's pretty good. And my last topic is the Here Lizard Taco Bell ad for the Godzilla 1998 TriStar movie. I just like Godzilla. I'm wearing a Godzilla shirt right now. And yeah, it's a series of commercials, and it's also a campaign for Taco Bell, as I said. And as a whole, the Godzilla 1998 movie is fascinating to me because it had a total of 230 licenses. So it had a pretty big push, but it still managed to fail at the box office. But I think what's interesting is like you have these 90s icons being Godzilla and the Taco Bell dog, you know, them mixed together, I think makes for a very solid campaign. You know, everyone remembers the Taco Bell dog. Everybody knows Godzilla. So why did it fail? Well, it was because the Godzilla movie it advertised. It was really bad and no one watched it. But the products that came of that movie and the Taco Bell campaign, they were successes, but the movie as a whole underperformed in the box office. And in the long run, Taco Bell lost $40 million in a lawsuit because they stole the idea of the Taco Bell dog. And, you know, the movie lost a lot of money. And so at the time, it persuaded a large amount of the public to watch a bad movie. So in conclusion, TV advertisements with lacking visuals and narrations may lose the viewer's attention. No amount of marketing can save a movie deemed bad by audiences and critics. Embracing social media helps local businesses reach a younger demographic. Presenting a product as foreign could attract the public's attention, like Häagen-Dazs. And events in post-World War II America led to the modern style of political campaigns that we see today. Thank you.